Hi there, this is Steady Plotter, out in the woods, venturing out here looking for the perfect walking stick. Well, as you can see, I'm in view of one right now, so let me change my status so that you can see my potential walking stick. Alright, we're out in the woods. You're looking at something right there. It could potentially be my walking stick. It's been dead for a while, and I'm going to cut it up. I got my cutting tools right here and my lunch. I think I'm going to eat first, and then I'm going to proceed forth. Well, as you can see, my branch, which was laying on the ground, I harvested it, and I got it laid out here so that you guys can get a closer view of the future walking stick for Steady Plotter. My little Victoria cross knife right there is going to do the trick, hopefully. My little saw, my little hatchet. Anyway, wish me luck. I got my work cut out for me. Steady Plotter here again. Decided to look around a little more by the Red River. So quiet, peaceful. And I looked down and I found this. A little smaller than my other specimen that I was thinking of, but this might do the trick. I'm going to take it home and take a closer look at it. Anyway, wish me luck. The competition, making a walking stick, the perfect one. And this is Steady Plotter signing out. Steady Plotter here, working on my walking stick. A little chilly out here, it's getting late, but I wanted to show you some progress. I believe this is an oak tree or a walnut, I'm not really sure, but it's solid. And I cut the tips off, top and bottom. Let me get them, I'll show them to you. There's the bottom, there's the top. I might cut some more off, trying to figure that out as I go. Probably a little bit at the bottom and at the top. It's a lot of work. It's fun though. While you're whittling or shaving, you're thinking. You think deep things, and sometimes you think about family. I'm going to dedicate this walking stick to my dad, who passed away 2 Junes ago. Mr. PHL will say. This is the PHL stick. And I'm going to put his initials in it. Might even do something else. I got to think about that a little bit. But, you know, it's more fun than I thought. Thinking about my dad. I miss him a lot. I hope he's in heaven. That's all I got to say. That'll be another story. Maybe I'll talk about another time. My last real deep conversation with my dad, probably less than a month before he passed away. He lived up in Canada, and you know, he had a lot of good things going for him. Unfortunately, cancer got the best of him. But he lived a good life. He was 85. And, you know, one of the things he asked me is to sit down and talk, and we did. And I was a little embarrassed to ask this because, or skeptical, I should say, because, you know, I asked him if he knew what would happen to him once he died. That's not something you ask everybody. And it's probably the only time I approached that topic with my dad. I asked him if he's going to heaven. He said, I hope so. I said, well, Dad, how do you know? How do you want to be sure? He kind of asked me, well, what about you? And he says, well, I'm claiming a verse from the Bible. 1 John 5:11 and 12. And this is the record that God gave us eternal life. And this life is in His Son. He who has the Son has the life. And he who does not have the Son of God does not have the life. Well, my dad was flabbergasted. But I asked him again, how do you know, Dad? I know. How do you know? He says, I just know. And that settles it. We never broached that topic again. And sometime later he passed away. He did have a prayer time with my stepmother at his deathbed, and she claims that he prayed the sinner's sick prayer. You know, that would be wonderful. I hope that's what happened. I don't know for sure. I hope so. I'm thinking for the best, thinking positive. And you know something? This walking stick's dedicated to PHL. My dad's initials. Anyway, hope I didn't bore you. I got to trim the top and I got to trim the bottom, and then I'll have the right length. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to cut off. The next video, you'll know, because I'll show you the proper length. And my PHL walking stick will be probably halfway there by then. Anyway, signing off, steady plotter. You hang in there, keep plotting. Good morning coffee. Steady plotter signing in. How are you folks doing today? As you can see, I've made a lot of progress on my walking stick. It's been preoccupying and fun. I gotta make sure I don't put any varnish, polyurethane in my coffee. You know, this is something I need to do more often. You sit down, you think while you work, and you think about things you probably never thought of before. I wanted to tell you a story. It's my time in the Navy. I was on board a ship, the USS Talakoni, fleet tug, out of Pearl Harbor. And this is back in the late 70s. We were at sea on deployment, and we were steaming independently, and I just gotten off watch, and this was prior to going into Singapore. I know that. They had some activity on the fantail. A bunch of sailors were surrounding this box. Shipmates. I asked one guy, what's going on? Said, oh, we captured a sea bat. A sea bat? A sea bat? Oh man, I've never seen a sea bat before. Let me at it. Oh, be careful, they bite. I'd like to see it. So, I pushed my way through the group, got to the sea bat, and everybody is watching me at this point. And I bent over, try to look carefully, slowly, look under the box to see what was there. And I was just about to the point of lifting up the edge of the box when one of the sailors come up behind me with a broom and swatted me real hard in the rear end. I said, what's going on, Calvin? Cut it out, man. I'm trying to take a look at this sea bat. And everyone was laughing. I didn't think much of it at the time. So I pushed him away. And I proceeded on to look again. And he hit me again. Just when I was about to lift the box up. What are you doing that for? And he was laughing. Come on, man, let me see the sea bat. Never seen one of those before. And I was all dead serious, and all these guys were kind of chuckling around me, watching me. And I bend over again. Trying to get access to viewing that sea bat. Once in a lifetime opportunity. And I get swatted again by a different guy. And now I was getting upset with these guys, and I almost wanted to punch this guy out. Well, they were all joking. I said, come on, guys, lay off the jokes. I want to see the sea bat. And they were laughing harder and harder as I proceeded to tell them to leave me alone. So I bent over one more time and I kept an eye on those guys, and they were getting closer to me. And just when I was bending over again, guess what? Yep, you guessed it. I got hit again in the rear end. By then I was irate and I pushed the guy down. And they were all laughing. They were laughing so hard. And I said, come on, I want to see the sea bat. They were laughing, laughing, laughing. And then it dawned on me. Ah, there is no sea bat. And then they really laughed. It took them 4 good swipes in the rear end that I rightfully deserved to make me realize that there is no sea bat. There is no such thing. Moral of the story there is, know your audience. And if you get swiped in the rear end for no reason at all, you might want to think through what you're doing. There's something going on. Anyway, that only happens once in your lifetime. Once in your seagoing career. And it's funny because the following year when we had a deployment, we did the same thing. And this time, I'm the one with the broom in my hand, passing it on to the more junior sailor. It's kind of interesting how things are passed on to the next generation. and keep thinking about my dad, what he passed on to me, his genes. Now, I've got a memory stick, or should I say a walking stick. It's more than a walking stick. It's like having him with me. Kind of neat. I hope I didn't bore you with my story. Coming to the finishing parts of my walking stick. This is my second coat of varnish, and it's looking good. Probably got too much on here right now. I'll have to clean it up, but anyway, I'm glad you joined me. Here's to Mike and the judges. Drinking my coffee, putting polyurethane on my PHL tactical walking stick. Hope you guys find that this video finds you well and encouraged. I had an encouraging weekend. Went to a church conference and never got to my walking stick until last night. And finally got to finish it up. This is the last coat, and I hope it turns out okay. And if the outcome of this is I've got an awesome walking stick. And guess what? If anything gets me in the woods, this will. This is Steady Plotter. I hope I didn't bore you with my story about the sea bat. I just wanted to share something with you. It's not know your audience. It's not always what it seems to be. Just like this stick is not just a normal stick. I harvested it, I cut it, and I transported it home. I peeled off the bark, and I did a lot of sanding. A lot. It's what I would call a small work of art for me. And I hope you guys get to enjoy it in my video. I hope I didn't bore you. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, this is Steady Plotter signing out. Bye. whistle. Gonna try it out. See, it works. Here's my whistle right here. There's a whistle right there. Steady Plotter, signing out.